wise man once told me, in every sunrise, there's a perfect moment. I like to believe that in every lifetime, there's a few perfect sunrises. It's not always obvious, but if you know what you're looking for, you can see them coming a mile away. This one came straight out of a fairy tale. The thing about a sunrise, if you want to see it, you have to get up. You have to earn it.
Morning. It's day 2. Slept pretty good. It's pretty early. Kind of woke up and couldn't get back to sleep, so I'm out here enjoying my private beach. Enjoying some coffee and some breakfast. It's going to be a nice sunrise. The guys are still asleep over there. And I had a little bit of rain last night, but it wasn't a thunderstorm like we were thinking might happen. It's just the kind of rain to keep you sleeping. But it was good. So it's private breakfast and coffee on the beach. And then at some point we'll get up, break the camp down, and move on down the river. We only have to make about 20 miles every day. So it's a more relaxed pace. And kind of affords us a little more leisure on the beach here. So we'll see how that goes. I think you guys are going to like it. So we got our first fish of the trip, little smallmouth, probably about a 1.5 pound fish here. We just had set the contest on who's going to catch the first bass.
I don't remember that.
Squirrel and I were competing. But now it's on to the biggest bass and the smallest bass. So I'm winning all 3 contests at this point. And the most bass. 4 contests, winning 4 contests. Biggest, the smallest, the first, and the most.
You're also winning the contest for the best outfit.
Yes, this is what people are fishing in these days.
Ninja pants and blue Crocs.
People recognize greatness. They see this outfit, they'll know what's up. Awesome. Now let's look at this outfit. Ninja pants, mandals.
That looks like you match.
Yeah. So you gotta. Now Greg, he's wearing proper attire, but not for fishing. The fish won't bite if you don't look right. We call this the Ichabod. There you go. Look at that. He's trying. Hope the water doesn't get too high, boys. So we had a pretty good evening. Got off the river last night about 6. Made 18.5 miles. And then just had a nice beach here to eat on and kind of enjoy the first evening. Pretty good night. There's a little drizzle through the night a little bit. Nothing to really wake you up. This morning we had a good breakfast. Caught a big fish. It's not really that big, but since Squirrel doesn't have one yet, we'll just keep saying big. And found some goats on the island. Squirrel's over there looking at me. He's glaring. He's going to be on a mission now to try to beat my fish. But you know, I think I said 1.5 pounds earlier. I'm pretty sure now that I think back on it, it was about 4 pounds. So if he can beat 4-pound smallmouth bass, he's got the biggest fish contest.
Leaving a good campsite is a bittersweet moment. You just got to know the place, and now you leave. Quickly though, you set your sights downriver Let's go find another one.
Well, that does feel good.
It was Father's Day. We all enjoyed telling stories about family and children and friends. A light drizzle burned off quickly as the day began. You could feel the river picking up speed. You could see the mountains closing in on us. It was going to be a good day. None of us were in a hurry. We were all just enjoying the river. And just like our sunrise, out of nowhere came that first majestic view. This is what we came for. This is what we all wanted to see. The sky opened up and the mountains were calling. There's a tangible pull within to come explore. But maybe that's just the siren call of the beast, luring us in. We didn't care. It was a perfect day. It was a perfect stretch of river. All I could think is that I want to bring my son back here in a few years. He would have loved it. You can get lost in time on a day like this. It's easy to imagine what this place looked like 100 years ago, 200, 1,000. The mountains seem to go on forever. So does the river. I'm always on the lookout, and I've seen something that catches my eye. There's a narrow pass ahead and exposed boulders. I know the guys aren't thinking about it, but I know the beast well, and I know where he lives. I hope they're ready for it. This will be Yacoberry's first measure of how well he's going to do on this trip. For the first time, I see whitewater kayaks on the banks. A sure sign that this is a proving ground for those wishing to tangle with the beast.
You ready?
Narrows is the first of 3 big rapids we have on the trip. This would turn out to be a miniature version. A rite of passage. If you can't make this, you might not be ready. One by one, they make it through. Greg has a little bobble. No one knows how he does it, but he just never goes down. Squirrel takes up the rear. When I look over my shoulder, Greg's in trouble. He's left his rudder down and doesn't know it. He's getting swept over the ledge sideways. In the last minute effort, he pulls up his rudder and runs it backwards. I call him the Dragon Slayer. He can do everything wrong, but somehow he still makes it. Perhaps it's just the beast does not smell fear on Greg. Who knows? The mountains are taller, the water's faster, and the rapids are bigger. Everybody can see it and feel it, but no one's talking about it. Maybe they're just fixing their minds for what's ahead. Shortly after that big rapid, Yacoberry takes the lead, picking his own lines, finding his own way down the river. He's going to need those skills in the coming days. I watch his paddles as he's dipping in the water. It's sort of like a cat when he's not sure what he's stepping on. He's going to need this time up front. As Yackleberry would put it, he's fighting a two-headed beast. One on the river and one inside. He's going to need the confidence. And he's going to need to find it fast. Tomorrow we hit Narrows. Up ahead is a town called Eggleston. Rumor has it that there's a restaurant. Squirrel's hungry. I'm hungry. Everybody's hungry. We all see the bridge and we all can't wait to stuff our bellies.
Here we are, Eggleston. Take a look around. Heading into the Palisades restaurant here. It looks pretty good. They said it was pretty good. All right, so we got 5 sweet teas to go because that restaurant was a little
Above River King standards.
a little above River King grade for this morning. They were having a $20 breakfast buffet. So back to the other guys to disappoint them and let them know they'll have to eat an old MRE. It'll be better than nothing.
Lunch was alright. It was a good break. Brian's back starting to give him a little trouble. There was another town up ahead called Pembroke. It held the promise of something to eat, so we just pressed onward. Yackleberry's looking better by the minute. He no longer looks nervous with his paddle. He's just seeing his line and going for it. Finally, Pembroke's in view. Make it to the bridge, stretch the legs. Let's find something to eat.
So here we are in Pembroke, Virginia, under the bridge here. If you can see down the way, we got some good boogie water coming. Went up to the gas station and the little outfitter up there had some pizza and some icebox banana pudding.
What?
I mean,
What?
got some water and stuff.
Man.
Some tinfoil. That's all we got.
All I got's Gatorade. You
That's
got
all.
banana
Gatorade.
pudding?
That's all we got. Gatorade. Nothing else.
I didn't have any.
I went through your boat to eat some of the Rice Krispie treats, but I couldn't find
Couldn't find the Rice Krispie treats. So time to get on the miles. About 5 more, and then it should be a pretty good island. Looks like we'll be able to get there tonight. So how you feeling, Adam?
them. I'm looking forward to some camp.
Looking forward to some
That
camp.
hammock sounded pretty good about now.
Brian, Greg,
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. We just hanging in.
Squirrel.
I'm down.
Let's do this.
Right after Pembroke, the river picked up speed. The rapids got bigger. We were in for a long day. Our 20-mile day was out the window. Unable to find adequate camping in the area above, we decided to push on through to an island that held promise of a better site. I was given a tip from another paddler. We were just hoping no one else had gotten there first. We all joined squirrel around the backside of this island, hoping something would work out, but it didn't. The water was getting more serious by the minute. The river was faster. As the pace picked up, we started wearing down. I could see that Brian was hurting. And of course it rained. It was hard to enjoy the scenery, knowing Brian's back was hurting. It was time to get him off the river. Let him recover. But redemption wouldn't come easy for Brian. He was going to have to earn it. It's the way of the river. In an effort to give Brian some relief and get him off the river early, we took a side cut down around this island, looking for a campsite. We found something that almost worked, but fresh tire tracks and human footprints made us want to push on. It was a tough decision, but everyone in the group agreed. We just have to keep pressing. What laid ahead was a tough ferry, a move that required you to get your boat across a river in heavy current without moving downstream. Huckleberry had never tried one of these before. He was going to have to just go for it. I lead out first, showing the way. Angle upstream, paddle straight, don't get messed up. We were committed to this one. The water was pumping. Time to stay focused. There's no place for nervous paddling here. He was going to have to hit it full bore. After showing the way in, I catch an eddy on the left so I can be in position if someone needs help. And when I look back, Huckleberry didn't take the easy line. He went straight for the biggest hole he could find. Now we're talking. The easy line was no longer enough. The safe line was no longer the one he wanted. He wanted to get everything out of this river it had to offer. I felt good about it. Narrows was next. The switch had flipped. He was an adventure kayaker now. He was a river king. The sun started peeking out of the clouds. We had one more bend and we were at the island. And the river gave us one more good rapid. Brought a smile to everybody's face. was exactly what we needed to end the day. Seems like such a long time ago we left Goose Poo Island. Seems longer than a day. We've been paddling under that sun for the last 12 hours. We didn't start out to make 29 miles today. It just happened. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes you can see it coming. Sometimes you just gotta take what it gives you. It's like that sunrise this morning. Came out of nowhere. The sunset, it was no slouch either. It was a long day, but it was a good day. Oh, and by the way, we found that island. But I'll tell you about that in the morning. The guys are sleeping. They earned it.